Hi guys, thanks so much for stopping by the channel. This is a super delayed video, but I'm going to be showing you the gender swap glitch. So this came out at the beginning of 2019. I have uploaded it to show the Juggernaut components, but I took a really long hiatus from YouTube, so I wanted to kind of go back and get some of the glitches that I missed on my channel. That way my channel would be back up to date when I did come back. So this is going to be a two-parter. The first video that you're watching right now is going to just show how to swap the gender, how to change the gender of the character in either outfit slot. We're not swapping the character slots, we're just changing their gender. So for instance, I'm going to change this female character you're seeing over to a male, and also the male character over to a female. You will retain all apartments, money, anything you've unlocked, anything you've purchased. The only thing that you're not going to retain is your saved outfits. So do keep that in mind. You also may not retain any clothing in general, because a lot of this clothing is essentially going to give you other items. So we'll follow up with that and talk about that more in the second part to this, where I'm actually going to show you how you swap genders to get unlockable items or festive items or things that you can purchase at the clothing store. And I'll also include in the description a link to a really great item list to show you what the clothing does turn into when you're doing this glitch. But again, for this video, we're just going to be swapping the genders as it is. So I'm just going to open up my pause menu here to show you that I do have several things purchased on this character slot. It was, I think, a level 202. I believe I have a yacht, I have a CEO building, I have an apartment, I have a little bit of money. So I am going to end up keeping all of that. And then I will just essentially have to change appearance when we do get into the gender swap glitch to make sure that I look like what I want to look like. Also, I do want to keep in mind, or you do want to keep in mind, that when you are changing appearance, you want to make sure that you're not registered as a CEO or an MC president. Otherwise, you will not be able to go to your interaction menu to change appearance. So these are all of my stats. This is my level, KD. As you can see, my little ugly guy character on this account, he's not so cute. But we're now just going to go open up the interaction menu, go to style, and you should see the change appearance option in there. So it's $100,000. Depending on if you screw up on this glitch, you may or may not get charged. You should not get charged for this glitch. The way you can tell is that you will not have a delay, like a 45-minute delay in between the times you can change appearance. So in the character creator screen, we're simply just going to go down to apparel, go down to crew, t-shirt, style, or glasses, whichever option is the last. You're going to hold circle or B on your controller. As soon as you let go of that, you want to push down on your D-pad. So it's very tricky. It might take a couple of tries when you're just getting into this or you're doing it for the first time. As you can see here, it does take me a few tries to do this. I did leave a text tutorial in the description for this as well, in case you just want the tips and tricks and hints to see exactly what I'm telling you to do. So again, hold down on circle or B on your controller, which is essentially just the back button. As soon as you release that, you want to press down on your D-pad. I suggest keeping your finger just hovered over down on your D-pad. That's what usually worked best for me. So when you do that, the little I at the bottom of this creator menu is going to say, please select your gender. So what you're going to do is just press right on your D-pad, and when you do that, you're going to be able to swap over to a female character. So when you're in here, you can go ahead and change appearance. So you can customize hair, you can customize makeup, the mother and father, the heritage, all of that stuff. I do suggest just going ahead and doing this because you want to make sure your character looks like what you want it to look like, and you'll save time and money later if you do have to come back into this. Just as another side note, when you're doing this gender swap glitch, if you're swapping back and forth between a character you already have created, it's the way that you want it to look. When you're back in this creator menu, you may have to swap the hair or some of the makeup each time, but your general features will stay the same no matter if you're on female or male. As you could kind of tell, my female character ended up looking a lot like my male character here. So once you do have that complete, you're just going to continue on to save this character and then load back into a GT Online session. So that does complete swapping that gender from one character to the other, but we're now going to swap the character that was in slot number 2. So you'll load back in sometimes with like a funny hat or something. So now you're just going to go back to swap or choose character, and we're now going to select the female that's in slot number 2, and we're going to make this female a male. So we're going to do exactly the same thing. I'll run through it again though, just to show you. You can do this on both outfit slots, and you can switch to male to female or female to male. So now you see I have a female level 202 in slot number 1, and then my female character that is currently in slot number 2 is a much higher level, which is unfortunate because I'm going to be using this character for a delete character glitch, but that's okay. So 272 is the current level, and I'll show you that we stay 272 as we go along. So you're going to load into a GTA Online session. You again will save all of your houses, apartments, CEO buildings. None of that will go away. If you do have saved outfits, they will end up going away, so definitely keep that in mind. But we're going to go to style, we're going to go to change appearance in the interaction menu, and we're going to do exactly the same glitch. So hopefully if you're doing this a second time, you'll be a little faster like you see me go here. So you want to go down to apparel. You want to scroll to the last option. Sometimes it will be crew t-shirt. If you're not in a crew, it will be glasses, as long as you're on the bottom option. Hold circle or B on your controller or whatever the back button is. And then as soon as you release that, you want to press down on your D-pad. Then press right to swap the gender. And then you can go in here and change appearance if you'd like. In this case, I don't really care much about the appearance, but you can see that it does retain the visual look or the mother and father heritage stuff on the character when I swapped it over. So now you're going to be back over on a male character who is now slot number 2, and you can see that some of those items that we had purchased on that female character did actually go ahead and swap over. So just as a little segue into part number 2 that you'll find linked in the description, you'll see that I on accident I had unlocked some beer hats on male, a couple of special caps like a war stock cap, things like that that you can't normally purchase on the male character or that aren't purchasable anymore because they were a seasonal type of item. So please again check the description for part 2 where I will actually show you how to obtain some of those items, what the item list is, what it means. Also, I'll give a special shout out to the creators and founders of the glitch in that video. This is an awesome glitch. Check the description for those founders as well. I'll see you guys in the next one, and thank you so much for stopping by the channel.